The ADP started Leadership Pinebelt some 20 plus years ago, 25 years ago in fact, and we are still integrally involved in ensuring the success of the program.
I think the Leadership Pinebelt seeks to accomplish community involvement, growing the community, enhancing the community, and getting others to provide their talents or lend their talents to accomplishing a common goal.
This program, because it addresses all of the needs and looks at the needs, looks at the economy, looks at the issues that people are talking about in our community. No other program does that I know of, but that's a way for everybody to come together to talk about what our community needs for its future.
Years ago when we founded the organization, we looked around and it seemed like the same folks were at the table, whether it was the Chamber of Commerce, the Economic Development folks, the United Way, and we wanted to broaden that and diversify in terms of gender and ethnicity, and I think we've been successful in doing that.
I think that the class selection is a very important part of our program because we want to make sure that we have a group that is diverse in their talents, in their professions, and really just in their personalities.
And having those different perspectives represented on in the various groups are what really add a lot to our community.
Group projects have been fantastic. One of the things that they've done is help identify some gaps in services that we have here in the area and how we can better provide resources to enable, whether it be a small business or a new business starting out.
When you think about the group projects here that have made a long-lasting effect on the Hattiesburg community, you have to think of Habitat. I think it's one of the oldest projects here. You think about what is done, maybe 70 homes that they've built throughout the community.
And there's just been so many, it's hard to pick and choose because they have just, all the leaders have done great projects. They're amazing projects.
One of my favorite was Adams Place, which is a handicap accessible playground at Camper Park. And funds were raised for that through a variety of different ways.
The importance of the steering committee is great to the program. We have a diverse membership of the steering committee, as well as we try to have in the class.
They're the ones that have the history that can tell what has happened in the past, what works, what doesn't work.
But more importantly, we can help direct the class to find their own answers, to discover their own solutions to problems.
What keeps me engaged every year as a volunteer is number one is the steering committee's passion. I see the people that I work with and serve on the steering committee passionate about watching these young leaders develop.
What I love most about Leadership Pinebelt is that it always puts the person before the project. And so it really taught me that through all projects, work-related or volunteerism, that there is a person, there is a life at the end of that is being impacted by our selfless ability to work hard, to lead well, and to serve well.
Leadership Pinebelt prepares our emerging leaders for future success, but not just in their business endeavors.
First of all, they learn so much about the history of Hattiesburg. They learn about our community. They have a much deeper understanding of what our community is all about.
And all the groups to become more aware of what's going on in the community and how we can best continue to work toward adding to and maintaining the quality of life that we have here.
It's important. An important program not only from getting to know people and people getting to know you, but from the experiences that you have that you take away with you that really not only enhance your career, of course, but enhance your personal life as well.
Miss Susan Walker has always been the epitome of professionalism for me. Even as a young student and a young professional, I saw her and I was just always so enamored by her. Just her leadership in the workplace and some various organizations that I was a part of with her. So when steering committee announced that there would be an award in her name, I thought, wow, what an honor that would be for anyone. So naturally, when she said my name as the recipient, it was such an honor. So I'm still so appreciative of that award.
There are so many memorable moments for Leadership Pinebelt that they're really too far-fetching and too far-reaching to even go into.
There's one special activity that they do called the Magic Shoes, and I seen one guy, John Brown, carry 4 people, and we hadn't seen that since, but that's a big highlight that I will never forget.
I have so many memorable moments about the program. It's been a wonderful experience for me, but one of the ones that came to mind is when Evelyn Gandy, we honored her with a special recognition. She was one of the people that started the program, one of several, and she was on the steering committee that put this program together.
The class of 2012, everyone thinks their class is the best, of course, but the class of 2012 really was remarkable because when we were reviewing our strengths and weaknesses, there was such a level of trust, and that is something that I will forever appreciate.
The class of 2002 was unique in that, at least from my perspective, we laughed a lot together.
One of the things that I think is special about our class of 1990, which was the second class, most of the folks that were in that class are still here in this community and have continued to be in leadership roles.
We're still here for one thing. That's what makes the class of 1989 unique. We're the first. We set the foundation for what was to come. We have relationships among us that began during that program that will go on as long as we're here.
The Leadership Pinebelt is unified.
Awareness.
Purpose.
Successful. Dynamic.
Life-changing.
Extraordinary.
Humbling.
Growth.
Inspiring.
Synergy.
Catalyst.
It's excellent.
Can I use two? Important. If I were describing Leadership Pinebelt in one word, I have difficulty doing that, but I would say meaningful. If I could have another word, I'd say important. And if I could have another word, I'd say most assuredly fun.